What comes to your mind when I say Jugaad? Any guesses? Any answers?
Gambling.
Gambling, okay. Anyone else? Sorry, broker. Yeah, a quick fix, right? So, Jugaad has got a very negative connotation. And fellow toastmasters, guess, today I'm going to speak upon Jugaad innovation, which will actually change your perspective of it. Now, it's a big topic to talk about, and it might be very long. So I've tried to concise it by speaking about two things. Firstly, we'll be speaking about the structured manner of innovation, and secondly, we're going to talk about Jugaad innovation. Now, Jugaad innovation is again has got 6 principles. So what I've done is I've taken 6 principles and taken simple examples which I'd like to explain on each of these 6 principles, which will give you an idea of what Jugaad innovation is basically about. Starting with structured innovation, or our regular form of innovation that happens in lots of big companies, MNCs, all throughout the world. What they basically do is they have a big, huge research department, R&D labs, where they put a lot of funding, a lot of people go into the whole system. They have got researchers doing different kind of things, and then they come out with products. But are they actually helping the people? That's a big question to ask. There's a huge amount of funding that goes in, and what comes out is very little to the use of the people. Now, give you one example. 3M, if you know about them, was a company which actually went about researching to make the world's most strongest adhesive. And what they came about is the most temporary adhesive that they could find. And that's what Post-it is all about. We use it every day. Post-it. So they started somewhere else, they landed somewhere else. Now, structured innovation is a very top-down kind of a system. And it is not a problem-solution kind of a system. And that is where Jugaad actually comes into picture. Jugaad is a problem, identifying a problem and giving a specific solution to it. And how do you give a solution to it? There are 3 ways. 1, it has to be frugal. 2, it has to be flexible. And 3, it has to be inclusive. What do you mean by that? I'll come to each one of them by actually starting to speak about the principles of Jugaad innovation. Now, the first principle, seek opportunity in adversity. Now, in Gujarat, about 15 years, 20 years back, they didn't have electricity and power for industry as it is right now. They didn't have surplus, they had deficit back then. And a businessman in Surat who was actually in textile business, which uses a lot of energy, actually thought about how am I going to run a business which is so which requires so much power which I don't have. So he thought about it and said, well, Surat is a windy city, can I do something about it? And that's how the wind farms came to his idea. And that's how he started a wind farm, and he got his company off the grid. He had his own energy sources. Businessmen around Gujarat, in around Gujarat, in other states came to him to gain knowledge. How did he do this? And that's how Suzlon was formed. Suzlon is one of the listed company in India today. It's also a global player in renewable energy. Moving on, second example that I would give is of Embrace. Embrace is a company which was formed by a couple of Stanford University graduates, which actually saw that infant mortality in developing countries or third world countries is actually a big problem, because children who are young need to be kept warm, and the equipment that is being developed by healthcare facilitators around the world are very expensive. So they need to come with something that is very, very inexpensive, very, very compact, and very, very robust, that will actually help those mothers to actually keep their babies warm when they are very, very small, and they can take care of them. And that's how they came about a product called Embrace, which is a small sack kind of a thing in which you keep your babies, and you can actually hold and carry the baby along with you, which keeps the baby warm, and that has reduced the number of infant mortalities. Now, moving quickly forward, my time is running. The second principle, do more with less. Trikaya agriculture is one big example of it. What they basically did is you cannot buy farms in India if you are not a farmer. But Trikaya Agriculture is one company which provides very high-end products like iceberg lettuces and all to McDonald's and other companies. So how do they do that? They actually loaned out farms. They loaned out farms from small farmers. And then they cultivated their products on those farms, and that's how they generated profits. Number 3, think and act flexible. I'll give you one example. Haier is a consumer electronic company from China, and they've got a huge market in China. And from a rural market or a rural village in China, they got a complaint that their washing machines were choking up. So they sent a couple of technicians to find out why are their washing machines choking. So when they came back, the technicians came back and they told them that, well, the farmers are not washing clothes, they are washing potatoes in those washing machines. So Haier could have just simply said, no, these washing machines are made for clothes, you cannot wash potatoes with them. But they didn't do that. They went back and said, can we make this washing machine to clean clothes and clean potatoes? They said, yes, we could. And that is what they did. So we have the first potato cleaning washing machine available. Now, number 4, keeping it simple. 2 good examples. One, Indigo Airways. Indigo Airways has got a fleet of aircrafts which is standard. They've got A320 aircrafts all throughout. It's a standard standard service that they provide throughout. Moving ahead, number 4, include the margins. M-Pesa is a system that Vodafone came up with in Kenya, which actually facilitates money transfer between companies, between individuals. So it is including the margins. It is including the people who don't have the banking facilities. Number 6, sorry, I'm coming to the last one. Follow your heart. A good big example of this is Big Bazaar. When Big Bazaar was started and launched in India, Kishore Bayani was told to go on a fashion of Walmart or Target or some big retail chains around the world, and he said, no, that is not how Bazaar works in India. In India, we need a clean market, but the aisles have to be closed. People have to bump into each other. They want to touch and feel the product. So you have big pots of grains in the Big Bazaar, Food Bazaar, where you can actually put your hand in, touch and feel it. That's what Jugaad innovation is all about. 3 basic key principles. It has to be frugal, it has to be flexible, and it has to be inclusive. Now, why do I bring this point up? We are in a product company. We work in making financial products for companies. Can we apply this form of Jugaad innovation to actually come up with some products which will actually touch the end users and actually enhance their lifestyle? Thank you.